23 years ago, in a small, quiet town outside Cleveland, Ohio, a girl named Rebecca Langley lived an ordinary teenage life. She was 17, a high school senior with dreams of studying journalism at Ohio State University. But on a cold November night in 2002, everything changed. Rebecca left a school football game on West 117th Street. On her way home, she was abducted by a group of older boys, men she knew, men the town respected. Some were college athletes, others already working steady jobs. They dragged her into an abandoned warehouse near St. Clair Avenue. What followed was a nightmare of gang rape and brutal humiliation. Rebecca survived, but barely. Terrified and broken, she told the police. But in small-town politics, the men's families had power. Lawyers twisted her testimony. Evidence was lost. And in the end, the attackers walked free. Some even smirked at her in court. Within weeks, Rebecca vanished. She left Cleveland without saying goodbye, not even to her parents. To everyone, she had simply disappeared. Rebecca crossed borders, drifting from city to city. First Chicago, then Dallas, working odd jobs under false names. But in secret, she was building something darker. She enrolled in firearms courses at civilian gun ranges, then moved on to survivalist camps in Montana. By 2005, she had slipped into Mexico, training with ex-military instructors who taught her advanced marksmanship. There, Rebecca learned ballistics and long-range shooting. She practiced hitting targets over 1,000 yards away, mastering rifles like the Remington 700 and later the Barrett M82 sniper system. Camouflage and stealth. She spent days crawling through desert terrain undetected, learning to blend into her. By the time she resurfaced in 2010, she was no longer Rebecca Langley. She was the Widowmaker, a ghost sniper who rented cheap apartments under fake IDs, staying just long enough to plan, strike, and vanish. Her first target appeared in New York City. One of her rapists, Daniel Mercer, had become a successful investment banker on Wall Street. On a cold December morning, as Mercer stepped out of his luxury condo near Battery Park, a single suppressed round from half a mile away dropped him instantly. To the police, it was a mysterious assassination. To Rebecca, it was justice. Over the next decade, bodies fell across the country. In Houston, a city councilman collapsed during a public speech, sniped from a hotel rooftop a mile away. In Los Angeles, a Hollywood producer driving down Sunset Boulevard was taken out with a precision shot through his windshield. In Chicago, a prominent lawyer never made it out of his parked car. Every victim was connected. Every victim had been there that night in 2002. And Rebecca always vanished, leaving no trace. The FBI eventually noticed the pattern, but Rebecca had studied them too well. She changed weapons constantly, never buying guns in her name. She avoided digital footprints, no credit cards, no phones, no social media. She hitchhiked, used burner cars, sometimes even stole bicycles to get across cities unnoticed. When airports tightened security, she traveled by Amtrak trains, blending in with crowds. When cameras improved, she learned to wear disguises, even prosthetics. Her face, caught on CCTV once in Denver, looked like a middle-aged tourist. For years, she stayed one step ahead. But ghosts can't stay hidden forever. In 2022, Rebecca returned to Cleveland for the final man, the ringleader of that night, Michael Thornton. Once a college golden boy, he was now a respected Ohio state senator, living in a gated home in Shaker Heights. Rebecca spent weeks staking out the neighborhood, hiding in. Thornton fell dead on his front porch, but her escape route was cut off. She ran through backyards, vaulting fences, even slipping into Shaker Square Station, trying to vanish onto a train. But this time her luck had run out. Cornered in a dim tunnel, she was finally captured. When the FBI unmasked her, the nation was stunned. The meek teenage girl who had disappeared decades ago had returned as one of America's most elusive assassins. The media called her the Sniper of Vengeance, the Cleveland Widowmaker, the Ghost of St. Clair Avenue. Some called her monster. Others called her a hero who delivered the justice the system failed to give. As Rebecca sat in federal custody, reporters shouted, Do you regret it? She looked straight at the cameras and whispered only one thing. Justice delayed is still justice served. And with that, the legend of Rebecca Langley, the girl who became America's deadliest vigilante sniper, was sealed forever.